Hello everyone. We have just seen the theory of the experiment alkalinity, and from the theory now we have understood that it is not only the single form of the alkalinity that exists. Alkalinity exists in the different forms. Hence, this is nothing but the procedure we will going to see, and we will going to see what are the reagents required for this test, and particularly talking about the reagents required for this test. I have written here the reagents required. First reagent is nothing but the sulfuric acid. Then second reagent, or it is nothing but indicator, is nothing but phenolphthalein indicator. And third reagent required, and that third reagent required, that is nothing but the methyl orange indicator. Means these three reagents are required in order to have procedure about the alkalinity. And particularly talking about these reagents, only one reagent is there in this case, and that is in we are going to keep in the burette. That reagent is nothing but the H2SO4 or sulfuric acid, and remaining two are not the reagents, these are known as the indicators. And till now or up till now you have performed various experiments, and I think all the experiments which you have performed that are only you have used only single indicator, but in this case you are going to use at a time two indicators. Hence, why we are going to use at a time two indicator? Because we have seen in the theory that alkalinity exists in the different form, and exactly suppose if you want to set up a environmental consultancy, and if suppose and water sample is coming to test in your lab, you have to test the sample, then alkalinity is not only a single form. Now you have understood from the theory which I have explained, and due to these different forms there is a necessity of using these two indicators at a time. We are not going to alter the sample, we are not going to change the sample, we are going to use at a time two indicator, because alkalinity exists in the different form at different pH range. Different forms of the alkalinity or combination of different form of the alkalinity are present. Sometime alkalinity alone separately is present, or sometime combination of one or more forms of the alkalinity is present. Hence, in this case, at a time there is a necessity of using at a time two indicators, and that two indicators, these are most common indicators. One indicator is nothing but phenolphthalein indicator, and second indicator is nothing but the methyl orange indicator. Now let us see some part with respect to the procedure. Let us see some part with respect to the procedure. I have written that the procedure of this experiment we will going to see, and in this procedure I will going to explain what are the different steps. Particularly talking about the procedure, first is nothing but take 25 ml sample in a conical flask. Means, as I have discussed with you, it is titration procedure or titrimetric procedure. It is known as the volumetric analysis we will going to do. Hence, we will take a certain sample volume. In this case, volume of the sample is 25 ml, and type of the sample we will going to take our laboratory's tap water, environmental engineering laboratory tap water we will going to use. And if pH of sample is above 8.3, add 2 drops of phenolphthalein indicator. First we will going to check for the alkalinity present, and which type of indicator first we will going to use. At the first we will going to use the phenolphthalein indicator, and we will going to check if pH of the sample is above 8.3, then phenolphthalein alkalinity is present in the water. And if it is above 8.3, if above we have measured already the pH, and if it is found to be 8.3, then we have to add 2 drops of this phenolphthalein indicator. Then step number 3 is nothing but titrate against 0.02 normal H2SO4 till pink color disappears. That is nothing but phenolphthalein endpoint. If we add 2 drops of phenolphthalein indicator, and if color development is pink, then all of you are knowing that I think in the 8th standard you have performed the experiment. The color change is nothing but the pink to colorless when we are going to use the phenolphthalein indicator. Okay, means that reading is nothing but capital X. You will see the observation table also. First titrant we used, or first sample we used, and titrant we used in the burette, that is nothing but concentrated H2SO4, that is 0.02 normal H2SO4, and sample we have taken, and for the first indicator we have tested the sample. Now we have to check, or we have to use the second indicator. That indicator is nothing but the second indicator, methyl orange indicator. We are not going to alter the sample at all. We are not going to alter the sample at all. In that same sample, we will going to add the second indicator. That indicator is nothing but the phenolphthalein indicator. Already we have added, and second indicator we will going to add. That indicator is nothing but the methyl orange indicator that we will going to add. And here I have written, to the same flask content add 2 drops of MO indicator, that is methyl orange indicator. Yellow color is obtained if alkalinity is present. When yellow color is obtained, then 100% different form of the alkalinity is present, and that alkalinity is particularly present when you have added the methyl orange indicator. And there is one case that if pH of the water is less than 4.3, pH of water is acidic in nature, then alkalinity present, it is nothing but the acidic form of the alkalinity is there, and if acidic nature of water is there, it will going to develop a yellow color. And when yellow color is developed, certain form of the alkalinity is also present when you have added the methyl orange indicator. And end point of this titration, now we are going to note it as capital Y. Capital X we have noted, I will going to show you a observation table. Capital X we have noted, that is nothing but the phenolphthalein indicator endpoint. And now we will going to use second indicator. For that we will going to use the corresponding letter Y, that is nothing but ml of titrant used or consumed when you are going to titrate with the second indicator, that is nothing but the methyl orange indicator. Now I will focus on the step number 6, and that step number 6, I hope that all of you are able to see. Step number 6 is nothing but continue the titration. Again 0.02 normal H2SO4 and orange color is developed, and orange color is nothing but end point of this corresponding titration, but second stage of titration. And record the amount of titrant used, that is YmL. Previously for phenolphthalein indicator it is X, and for methyl orange indicator color change or end point is nothing but it is from yellow to orange. If we obtain the orange color, we have reached up to our end point. We have to stop the titration, and we have to record the amount of titrant used, that is Ymn, between phenolphthalein endpoint that we have already taken in the stage 1 and methyl orange endpoint between the two. And for second case, for methyl orange, how much amount of the titrant is consumed, that we have to know. This is nothing but the simple procedure of this experiment. Just I have explained this procedure with the help of the different procedure steps, as well as I have explained you what are the different reagents required for this test directly. Next is nothing but we will actually see the demonstration of this corresponding experiment, determination of alkalinity of water. Let's see the demonstration.